What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to Phil Plays Bass. Gonna start today with a little bit of fun. I'm just gonna jump along to this track because I kind of like it. Nice. How's everybody doing today? Welcome back, guys. Just having a little bit of fun. Opening up with, just a random tune. They're all kind of starting to sound the same from this guy. Not that I'm complaining. They're pretty good. Let me just sort out the live chat. I've got to be able to see what you guys are talking about. Otherwise... Where is it? That's what happens when I do things. I mean, it's already shoddy when I do it deliberately at the right time. But when I improvise, things tend to fall apart a little bit quicker. Cool. All right, that's it. I can see everything. Nearly. What's up, Akil? What's up, Nate? What's up, Michael? Good to see you guys. Thank you very much for joining today. Yeah, welcome, guys. Streaming at a little bit of a different time. I hope it's not too early for our American friends, as I know it's not the most convenient time, but there's not a lot of overlap between sort of reasonable hours for me and you guys. Which is a bit frustrating, but we're making it work. Oh my god, the color coordination between these two cameras, it's terrible. Wow, I need to do something about that. Put some sort of filter on. Mike says, hung out last night with Brooksy's Bass Corner. He asked how you were doing. I hope you told him that I was doing very well. For some reason, his live chats don't pop into my notifications at the moment, so I need to double check that all of that is still working properly. I miss hanging out, listening to Mike Bassface, so you know it's good. I don't know if it's good, but I enjoyed it. Lovely. Had to get coffee, put my head under a faucet. You do what you got to do in the morning, Mike. I know it's not easy. It's not easy for me waking up either. Nate, whilst you're here, dude, did you have a chance to sort of play through the thing I sent you? I think the notes are pretty accurate, even though the notation is a little bit... When it comes to like these kind of line, these sort of like very base, um, very bassy, stereotypical slides and bends and vibratos and all of that. Um, I find it still a bit difficult to get the proper notation for that, so that it looks and sounds accurate. But the note themselves and the fingering, or at least the fret numbers should be correct. I went through that a couple of times, and it should be good. Mike, if you're interested as well, I can send that to you. It's just a PDF of the outro, that nice little sort of chill bass outro, bass track that Nate shared with us the other day. You did a bit last night? Not bad. Cool. Cool. They've told Brooksies that I've been wearing some brilliant shirts. Not very topical, but who knows? Mike does dress up a lot for his performances. You've ever seen some of his live stuff? Sometimes even looks like he's wearing a codpiece, which is always funny. My things are much worse today. I think I'm going to be forced to take a break or go full yummy. Oh yeah, and chop these tips off. Yeah, I don't really know where the debate landed on whether you should pop them or not. I've always sort of cut them open and let the skin sort of raw, and already after a couple of days, you're kind of good to go again. But usually the sort of the super long finger plasters, the ones that have got extra tape that you can wrap around it, that has saved me so many times on gigs. I'm sure that you guys have them in America as well. They're available in London, like any sort of retail pharmacy. They've got that sort of stuff. So, Nate, that's what you should get. Let me see if I can get an image of that. You probably know that already, to be fair. Finger plasters. Yeah, finger strips, guys. $12. Jeez, dude. What? Where's the image? No image? These things. Uh-oh. Internet connection is dodgy. No, okay, there we go. That's it. They've got this extra long bit of sticky tape at the end, and I would normally put the protective bit, the one with the foam, on top of the blister, and then wrap it on top, and then wrap it around at the bottom. That way it creates some kind of seal, and either pulling or playing, it works perfectly. I can't believe I forgot to mention that yesterday, even though you've probably tried that as well already. But I've been able to do gigs on double bass on top of blisters with these guys, and they've never ever let me down. Should have mentioned that. Always leaned towards progressive rock. Like, yes, Steve Howe is my boy for guitar. Forever Rabin. Anybody familiar with the Flower Kings? Roine Stolt or Roine Stolt. Does anybody know the Flower Kings or Pain of Salvation? These guys. What? That's crazy. You guys don't know the Flower Kings? They're a proper super band made out of members from like Spock's Beard. They're like, what? Guys, that's crazy. You've never heard of the Flower Kings. Come on. These guys have got tens of albums. Flower Kings. Flower Kings. They've got to be on Spotify for sure. Yeah, the Flower Kings. How many albums? Oh my. Yeah, more than a dozen albums, Flower Kings. Check them out. They're very good. Very, very good. This sort of stuff. But it's progressive, so. Well, that's not what I remember at all, but and they're all proper musicians. I don't think you guys could hear that. Sorry if you couldn't. I'm sort of juggling between a bunch of things right now, trying to set things up. But yeah, wild album covers, but they're really good, especially the early albums, the ones that I can sort of vouch for. Uh, really good. Uh, there's a bit of a sort of Venn diagram overlap between Dream Theater, uh, OSI, I think that the band was called Transatlantic. All of these super groups made out of members from different bands were all sort of incestuously creating awesome super bands at the time, sort of the early 2000s, late 90s, and the music that came out is pretty insane, man. It's like Yes on steroids, Dream Theater, like I mean, you name it, and they're all proper guitar heroes. I mean, whenever somebody can play guitar, they're all guitar heroes. Pain of Salvation, especially Daniel Gildenlow from Pain of Salvation. Very sort of dramatic, depressive, progressive rock, but very beautiful at the same time. I can't believe you guys have never heard of these dudes. They're legends. But they came at a time where progressive music in general was not really. I mean, not that it was mainstream at any point, really, but it really cool stuff. Really cool. All right, let's start playing. I fixed a bunch of glitches on the app, by the way. Um, if you guys are so inclined to try the practice timer again, it's fixed. It is fixed. I'm happy to announce, and I've made it a bit more mobile friendly, a bit more real estate on screen for mobile users. There we go. That's why my cursor is a little bubble. All right, Adrian, one down, two up. Let's go. Never tried your practice timer, Mike. I'm disappointed. Kidding. Give it a shot. It's a neat little. There's plenty of things that offer the same thing. It's basically a glorified to-do list, but it has a tuner. It has a tuner, a metronome, and if you can think of any other cool features, do let me know. And normally, I close the tuner. I should probably add a button to get rid of the tuner on there because it's not super obvious. Still doesn't start properly, but yet again, right there. So. Mike says, how do you use it? Very simple, Mike. It's literally you just use it like your own. Basically, let me show you. This is what you see when you. Oh, timer still shows up. That's not what I want. Gotta stop it. Okay, pause. Pause doesn't work. All right. Finding out glitches on the spot. This is how it works. Basically, create a new timer. You decide how you want to name it. And it's just the opportunity for you to practice something that you want. What is it? A C major scale, up, down 2 octaves. You know, a bit wordy, but at least I know what I'm talking about. And I want to do that for 10 minutes. And do that for 10 minutes. And give myself a little cool down in between. That way I can, you know, the exercise sort of follow one after the other. And you can have a metronome that will start at 100 BPM. Should start automatically when you press play, but doesn't always work. There we go. Now appearing there, and then after this C major scale up and down for 2 octaves. Selected, it's going to give me trouble. Yeah. D major scale. Same. 10 minutes, 30 seconds, blah, blah, blah. And then I can, oh, cool, it does work. Sweet. And then you can just press start. And it will give you one beat. Then you can click on the metronome, which should appear automatically, but yeah, still a bit glitchy. And then you just play a C major scale. And then when you're done, or when the timer runs out, it will move to the next exercise, D major scale. Or any kind of exercise. They're basically just a series of timers. And then if after a couple of days you're like, okay, actually I could probably do this a bit faster. Like, okay, yeah, let's do this D major scale at 126 BPM, and the C major scale, I can speed it up as well to some crazy speed. I know that scale perfectly. Clearly I don't, but that's the point. And there's a little utility tuner there, turn on and off. And basically you can save that routine and just decide, okay, this will be my Monday routine, Bosch, confirm. And technically, now that I wanna, if I'm on a Monday and I've got my Monday routine, I can just open up my Monday routine. It will have anywhere between 1 and 50 sort of neatly organized things that you just have to get through every day. And you can always adjust it. Have a 10-minute routine, half an hour routine, whatever you see fit for the day. You know, you could have a Monday 10-minute routine or a Monday 30-minute routine, whatever you fancy. It's basically kind of like the Pomodoro technique, the Pomodoro studying technique, which is 25 minutes. It's apparently it's the best way to sort of study is to do 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, do 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, etc., etc. And that's apparently the best way to study and absorb any kind of material general. In this case, it's not so much about 25 minutes themselves, it's about spending the right amount of time on a particular exercise. And in my case, since I like having these Hadrian exercises in my routine, I want them to stay there for a while, and have a list of 10 to 15 exercises, and eventually build up, let's say, a half-hour routine that I can just easily go through without having to think, without having to open up any papers. I just sit down behind my computer, click, 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 boom, and I'm practicing, and that's it. For half an hour, no interruptions, timer to timer to timer to timer, and then I just get through my routine without having to take my eyes off the neck, essentially. That's my sales pitch. But even better, it's free. So you guys should be on here. Um, that's it. Hadrian, 1 down, 2 up chromatically. Again, metronome doesn't start. Should at all. Go here. No, please go here. Okay, still some glitches, but we'll work through them. I think I could do this a little faster. That was my intention by adding Hadrian 3 there. Same, but faster. Same, but fatter. 130? Yeah, let's give that a shot. Save it. On. Oh, I forgot to switch screens. Oh. Oh no, that's why it was at 70 actually. It was at 70 because 70 is 140 divided by 2. Try it again. even faster. I want to see. It's one of those days where I want to see if I can go faster. Okay, let's try stupidly fast 80. Ouch. Nice. Very cool. Nice. Very cool. Very good. Not even gonna try on this one. Oof. Oh. These exercises are just absolute killer. And as you know, this wouldn't be a good practice session if, and I've just realized that this is just typical me. Brilliant. The click wasn't even on there. My apologies. Nobody said anything though, so it must have been that, well, I guess I was in time. I hope so. Yeah, but he does end up winning, Mike. He does end up winning, doesn't he? Oh no, hang on. Oh no, yeah, no, he does end up defeated. Mandy Patinkin, I think, is the actor in Princess Bride. What a movie, man. What a movie. Great reference, Mike. All right, Lars number 2. Please, up, switch. Thank you. Good. Oh yeah, I remember that. That's such an entertaining film. I remember watching that as a little boy. I must have been 7 or 8, and I was just so captivated. The adventure is it's so good, so good. And I was shocked when he died. When he dies Ish. Oh, sorry, spoiler. That movie's like 40 years old. Relax. Um. Okay, I'm just letting the time run a little bit here because I don't want to do it. Oh no. Instant pain. The weird thing with this exercise is you end up sort of forgetting which finger and which muscle handles what finger. They all become sort of jumbled in my head, and then my other fingers start lifting because I'm like, oh, I can't remember what the feeling of pressing these two down is like. Weird feeling. Well, they slide off the strings a little bit, and I'm trying to readjust them. But I just can't do it independently. I don't blame you, Mike. This is not fun. One, two, three, four. Oh, lost my focus. He lost my focus there. Alright, 110. Okay, let's get silly. Go get more coffee, Mike. It's a bit late for me, but I can relate to that. Alright, one more time, 135. I think it's been a couple of days since I've tried at that speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not too bad. Not too bad. Dude, 135? Let's try 141. If I can do it at 141, that means it's the fastest I can play it cleanly. But okay, I'm not gonna get my hopes up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, damn, I managed to do it twice. I was running out of gas there, but really chuffed. Okay, push it one more time. Get that right arm a little bit more blood flow. Sorry, I don't. Your fingers would bleed if you tried that. No, they wouldn't. They just get massive blisters like Nate. And then you just wait 3-4 days, and then you'd be able to do it again. But the blisters will only appear, a couple of days later than they normally do. And then you repeat that cycle 3 or 4 times over a longer period of time every single time. Is it gonna come out? No, it's not gonna come out. Okay, 145. Let's go. I think I tried it before and failed. Yeah, that was kind of the limit. So give this a little stretch. Good start. Ah, well. Out of gas again. I can do for short bursts, but dude, wow. Yeah, this is still. I'm not sure if it's a technique thing or just an endurance. Like if I should spend 10 minutes practicing at 140 or 130, and then that would sort of translate to me being able to play it faster, or should I play it at crazy slow speeds, and that will build up precision. Indeed, no pain, no gain, dude. That is the best attitude to have towards, well, life in general. But since this is kind of outside the scope of this channel, definitely the base. Cool. That's our practice done for the sort of boring exercises. Now, there's some more boring harmony exercise. You guys might already be familiar with. I think I may have shown some of their videos, but Open Studio, they're mainly about piano practice, but some of their exercises I find might just translate to the bass to a certain extent. I've completely lost my bearings. Why is this like that? Okay, one thing at a time. Whilst I do that, put some music in the background. I should always have. Nate, I'm considering buying one of the Elgato Stream Decks things, dude, because that would really help me to have all of these commands available right there, being able to play a tune, being able to switch between screens, because to switch between scenes more fluidly, because it's really limited by my screens and the mouse that I have to sort of constantly find again, and then clicking fit, blah blah blah. Anyway, okay, cheesy music in the background whilst I fix my YouTube issues. Harmony game. Is it called Stacking Fourths? Oh, it was right. It was already open. Never mind. So, this exercise to me looks really cool because you start in C, as if you were in C major, or as if you were in C, sort of C7, any sort of double stop, any sort of, yeah, it can be a double stop, can be a chord, can be really anything you think, anything you'd like to play. But then he switches to playing a C7, so just down from the major 7th to the flat 7th, and then that becomes the 5 of our next chord in the counterclockwise circular fifths, which also follows the 7/4 3/6 2 5 1 that you see in pretty much any sort of jazz tune ever. If you're not familiar with that, look into it. All the sort of 2/5 1s, it all comes from the natural counterclockwise progression. You build chords on top of each degree. You'll get a progression, like for instance C, F, G, be a 2/5 1 in G, C minor 7, F7, G7. F. Did I do that counterclockwise? C minus 7, F, B flat. What am I talking? G? No, E minor 7, F7, B flat, major 7. And if you keep going like that, you'll build 5/1s. Then if you take 5 chords instead of 3, you'll get a 3/6 2 5 1 that leads to your resolution chord. And basically, this is what we do here, except we just do 5/1, where the 1 now becomes the 5, 5/1, 5/1, 5/1. And that's a pretty cool exercise. But I'm just not sure how to translate it to bass. It's nice to have some scalic, some sort of way to navigate that scale rather than playing chords. Because how often do you play chords? And even when we're improvising, we're not thinking, oh, I could play a nice chord here. We're thinking in sort of linear ways, rather than, we're thinking in terms of lines rather than in terms of chords and blocks. So starting with a C major 7, what could we do? 1, 2. And here the inversions could come in handy. 7th inversions. Oh man. Or take the note that is in the next arpeggio, but the closest finger. So G. 7. Closest. Oh, major 7. Major 7 first. Flat 7 to A flat. Major 7. Is that it? Oh. Right. Nope. Trying to connect simple sort of 1-3-5-7 arpeggio to another 1-3-5 or 3-5-7-1, whatever combination. It doesn't really work. I'm not thinking about it hard enough. Question. Maybe it just doesn't translate. I want to play some jazz. Little palate cleanser. Let's do some jazz instead. Blues. Do some blues. I need to spend more time on the piano. I was like, oh, of course, this exercise is going to translate on the bass. It's it's just a simple harmony exercise, but the way I'm approaching it, maybe not. Maybe I'd have to be more restricted to like 3-note arpeggios, like 1-3-7. Forget about the 5. But then it's not really linear, it's just arpeggio. Could be some sort of line like that where pivot at different times. Anyway, here's some blues.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh, minor. Whoops. At 9. Why not? And I forgot to switch screens. Brilliant. That is exactly why I need an Elgato Stream Deck for only £249. Get yourself the one little gimmicky thing that will make you a fantastic.
One.
I shall become a fantastic streamer overnight. With I just need one more piece of gear. One more piece of gear, and then I'll be set. Lol. We know you guys know who you are. The gearheads. The gearheads. I'm a fantastic bass player. Streamer. I will become a fantastic streamer. Fantastic. Thank you, Mike. This will now enter the glossary of worlds. The glossary of all the words Phil can't pronounce properly. I mean, one more gear. One more gear. Honey, I just need one more gear. Just one more gear. Next up. You will never be another me. No, there will never be another you. No, wait. You will never be another... Wait. Cue Spider-Man meme. With like 7 Spider-Mans pointing at each other. That's why this is not a comedy show. Okay, 82%? No. We're gonna go straight for the big boy yard. Here's the... Where are you? Amazing Slowdowner. Displays here. YouTube can go. One more gear for the 10th time. Was going to ask what I can buy to be able to play Flight of the Bumblebee at 160 BPM. Just gotta buy yourself some time, Mike. By following Phil Plays Bass's special recipe to get you to 70 BPM to 141. Just do it every day at a reasonable tempo, Mike. I would say, in a somewhat tongue-in-cheek way, because you were here all this time, and you know what the recipe is. It's very small increments, and some days I can't even do what I was doing the day before. But you've just got to plant yourself like a post against the tide of negative storytelling the negative narrative that we all have in our head, practically by default, and just ignore it. Just go through the motions like Jocko Willink says, discipline eats motivation for breakfast. And I think this is such a good saying that applies again to all things, either athletic performance or musical, learning an instrument or a language, anything. Always approach it with humility and with this motto in your head: discipline, motivation for breakfast. You don't need motivation, you just need to go through the motions every day. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Even if it's not as good as it was the day before. Progress is an overarching thing. It's not a step up every day. Sometimes it's 10 steps backwards in order for you to go 100 steps or one more step beyond where you were at. A drill with picks taped to it would probably... The problem is that it'd have to be very discreet. You'd have to have like some sort of prosthetic finger, and you'd still have to go through the motion, but 2 prosthetic fingers, like a little servo in here that would sort of trigger them, and if you go at just silly speeds, but not with your muscles, just like with a little string, just pulling the tip of your finger. It's funny because you already have that inside your hand. Super discreet, and if you train it, it will do just that. I'm being facetious. Nothing beats practice, guys. Nothing beats practice. And that's it. In so many ways, this is what I'm trying to do with the stream. Is show you guys that progress. I mean, I don't know if I'm really progressing, but I mean, if we use this particular exercise as a benchmark, I could not play it at 150, I don't know, 140, sorry, and now I can. But that's only because I've been doing it, 3, 4, 5 times a week, and I don't really practice outside of the stream. At least I don't practice bass. I practice piano and harmony, but I don't really practice bass. This is why I need this stream so much, is because the only time where I actually get to spend some time and talk and play bass. Camera was so badly oriented. All right, there will never be another you at 90 BPM. Probably not going to be able to get through it, but you never know. Sometimes get first time lucky. Do the same. Go. Okay, 90%. 90% speed. I think I had 90% of it. I missed a beat in that one last night. Last line. Not last night. Wow. I'm a little bit spaced out on this, man. You're glad you can play one solo at least a kill. What solo is that? You may have already mentioned that. I can't remember. I hope I do remember. That last solo, that last section, that's still giving me a lot of trouble. Nearly there. That is such a great line, though. Yeah, I need to steal that. I need to steal that 100%. This workout. Not quite my tempo. Not quite my tempo. So that's in E flat. Let's try that in E flat. No. Oh, then it goes into the... Oh, hang on a minute. Have I just realized something? No, don't think so. Don't think I've realized anything. Oh. Next one. these two together. That would be great. I think I would have to write that down. Yeah, they are lining up after a while. Right then. Nearly forgot that I was streaming. Sorry, guys. I kind of just got into my own zone there a little bit. Yeah, maybe maybe it's one of those days. I should have practiced more. I should have practiced. Ah, no, what the hell? Come on, man. This is what streaming's about, right? Yeah, it's about being present. Speaking of being present, I'm not being very present. Apologies. Akil says the state I'm in is also going through a cyclone. Wow. Dude, that is crazy. There are quite a few at the moment. You know, you can see all of them on the map. Map live or something. Doom Earth. Okay. India. Oh, dude. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty crazy. Hurricane Mantha. What's up, Zakhar? Good to see you, man. It's named Cyclone Mantha. I'm at the southmost part of my state, so only fast wind and rain here. But yeah, people in the north are going through some tough stuff. Dude. That is crazy. Where are the other ones on Earth? This is now the weather report channel, guys. Just so you know. How are they doing in Cuba? At least it's a category 2 now. Not the sort of I think it was category 5 when it hit Jamaica. Man, it did actually make landfall at 100 as a category 5. 190 miles per hour winds. Jamaica as well. I don't imagine the infrastructure to be super strong. So hopefully they're getting some help from the neighbors. You know who I'm talking about. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Oh, say can you? Yeah, hopefully these guys are getting a little bit of help if they need it. Yeah, 185 miles per hour, dude. Right there near Darliston and Petersfield. Damn, dude. It went right on top of this little town over there. And Cambridge as well. Damn, dude. All the universities are. Oh, I can't believe I'm just saying that. My sense of humor, honestly. When I'm a little tired, it's already not. It's not great to start off with, but geez, when I'm tired, terrible. I think it's enough to make a brick fly a kill. It will probably sort of make cars drift as well, 150 miles an hour. America won't do anything. I don't know, dude. I think America's always. I think they're always either sending help or trying to, or making a couple of vessels, or maybe Mexico, because I think Jamaica used to be part of the Commonwealth, so they might still have a good relationship with the states. I'm not 100% sure. Crazy how nature can reach such high wind speeds. Yep. Yeah, dude. That is pretty absurd. What's happening in the world? Dude, if you look at this map, there's always hurricanes all over the place. When it's not hurricane season in the States, it's hurricane season, the sort of the Indian Ocean, the Pacific as well has got all of that. I think the east coast of Africa, the east or west coast of Africa is prone to a lot of that. I don't know. Ask a meteorologist. Thankfully, there is a little part of the world that really doesn't have that much of that, and that's that place. It's generally pretty quiet. You know what's even more quiet in terms of hurricanes? This area, this big country over here, more likely to have a snowstorm or bear attacks than hurricanes, right? Thank God I live in Russia. Yeah, small mercies, I guess. Europe, we're good, dude. Not too bad. We do get floods every now and then, but really, really rare. Really rare. Usually because the rain is badly managed, but very. I can't believe. Sorry, guys. Jeez, I need to stop waking up so early. What's up, Big Sun? Good to see you, dude. I'm in Vegas. Nothing ever happens. Shh. Of course, dude. Of course, nothing happens in Vegas. We know that. Everybody knows that. See, look at the map. Nothing. Nevada. There we go. That's Vegas. Absolutely nothing going on in Vegas. There's nothing to see here, guys. Nothing to see. All right? Must be kind of weird living in such big places in the US. LA. Like these massive cities. Or maybe more like a city like Vegas that's really hugely famous around all of the entertainment industry, the sort of gambling aspect of things. Like, what's it like actually living close to that? I mean, for regular people, it must be pretty chill, but must be kind of tempting Yeah. Just Big Sun happens, everything else stays. I'm in Vegas. Just Big Sun happens, everything else stays in Vegas. It's kind of mundane. Vegas ain't LA. And I reckon the LA people would say, LA's kind of mundane. It's not Vegas. Ace of Spades. Thing in the gambling theme. What? There was something else I wanted to do today. What am I forgetting? Did I want to run through? Oh, I can't remember, guys. I feel a little bit useless today. I'm not. Yeah, I feel like all of my energy was a bit drained. The back pain really hasn't left me, and I've been doing all sorts of articulating on my chair and. Yeah. Oscar Peterson. Oscar Peterson is Canadian, isn't he? Born in Edmonton. Oscar Peterson. Montreal. My bad. He died in Mississauga. Right next to Chippagua. Chickapagua. Chickapagua. Come on. Chi. Live. Cheap. Where does she live? Chickapawa? Chickasaw? No, that's not it. Chickapawa? I don't know. She lives in some sort of weird place that's some sort of Native American name. See? Piano. That's what I'm practicing at the moment. Only piano exercise. How pianists are actually playing. Stevie Wonder's World of Piano. Piano. The problem is I'm not good at playing the piano, so I couldn't stream anything whilst playing the piano. One guy gave me a tip. When you're running from a bear and you climb the tree, and bear stars to climb too. It's a black bear. When you're running from a bear and you climb a tree and bear shakes it, that means it's a grizzly. When you're running from a bear and can't find a tree, it's a polar bear. Can I say that with a... Can I try my Russian accent on this? One guy gave me a tip. When you're running from bear and you climb tree and bear starts to climb too, use black bear. When you're running from bear and you climb tree, a bear shakes it. That means it's grizzly. That means you're dead. Thank you. Thank you. I knew I had your permission. Running from bear means death most of the time. You don't have to run from it. Try to hug it. Try to hug bear. More likely survive. Bears don't eat people, and they're kind of blind. You just have to look bigger for him. But if he's kind of blind, how does it... Oh, you'll see like the shape. Your general shape. Russian bears are chill though, I guess. What about Indian bears? Huh? I'm not doing any playing at all. Oh, look at that. Beautiful tune called... Come on. Oh my god, I just get lost in this new UI. All of these song titles are just a little bit ridiculous. I tried to keep it casual. I meet someone new every night. I know we were young. That's okay. It would be kind of weird if it was I knew you were young. That's the kind of stuff you'd say after, you know. But I knew you were young, but I won't finish that. I'm going to finish that. Just the song titles suggest all sort of silly scenarios in my head. I'm nervous and I miss you. That makes no sense. I'm nervous and I miss you. These song titles are a little silly. Lost in this little hell. Ooh. Da-dum, da-dum. Bassline's kind of good actually on this. The rest is a bit pish, but the bassline is kind of cool. Kind of syncopate as well. Okay, I hate that I'm saying that, right? But some of these AI basslines are actually cool. But I find them I find it very difficult to wrap my head around the logic behind. But it's not human, so. But it is human. It is inspired by humans. It can't really come up with new things. It can just come up with different versions of what already exists. But I do like the way it's kind of randomly combining rhythms like that. I don't like that it's AI music, but I like that it's kind of a fresh bass line in a way. Not groundbreaking, just an interesting rhythmical idea. Never heard about bears in India. Oh, sorry, Mike said something about pew pews. A band I was in did a USO tour in Alaska. They said, don't try to shoot it with a 38. You'll only anger it. It takes at least a 45 Magnum. Whoa. Then Zahar says, koalas. True, I suppose. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. And you're probably going to say, well, I knew I was right, Phil. That's why I typed it. It's like, okay, right. Gotcha. Mega chiller. Chill. Koalas. That's a good point. Chlamydia koalas. Never heard about bears in India. More like cats are famous here. Big scary cats. Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, I was right. Big cats are more common than bears here. Like panthers and tigers. Tigers, leopards, panthers, they roam freely in the south of India because of forests and stuff. Scary. Is Euphonia AI? Yes, Mike, it 100% is AI. And one way I can tell is that this guy has put 2025. I want to share my screen on this because it's kind of funny. macOS screen capture. New. This guy has. Okay, Spotify. Other screen. Let's go. So this guy has. He's just released an album, 2025, right? Previous one, 2025. Previous one, 2025. Previous one, 2024. But hang on. That's not all of them. 2025, 2025, 2025, 2025, 2025, 2025. Here we go. Another one, another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. And they're all full feature albums. All of them. Now, granted, the songs are a little samey. The artwork is a little samey as well. So that's 2025, 2025. My God. My God, he's unstoppable. That is a huge amount of music for 2025. This guy has released, I think, somewhere along the lines of 40 albums, and literally, I'm picking a random one. 7 tracks, 7 full-length tracks. Next one. Okay, this one's a single. EP, album. Okay, let's just call it 20 albums in 2025. That's not bad. That is not bad, I must say. So I am guessing it is AI. Oh yeah, Zachar was on holiday in Kamchatka, and bears are pretty chill there. I saw one very close. One of them just started a podcast, and he's into crypto. And he smokes loads of weed. AI is like those Chinese copies of bases that have the brand names like Fodera on headstock. AI is okay as long as they disclose that it's AI. Yeah, I mean in this case it's pretty obvious that it's AI. Especially since the tunes are all so samey, you know? It's always that kind of like 1980s synth heavy kind of chill dance music with a hot girl on the album cover. Gonna say good luck. Wow. Again, some of the titles, guys. Shrink this just a touch. Okay. There's a tune called Behind Your Truck to Clear the Air. Behind your truck to clear the air. I'm worried they might see it different than us. I don't want to be your baby. Okay, yeah. My mind is all mixed up. My elephant in the room. Oh, how could forget about the great hit Conversation Sucks? Conversation Sucks. How many colors do you see? Would you be blue? Take a walk into the dark. Your energy just seems so impersonal. Yeah, it's basically the guy's basically fishing for TikTok TikTok music. I'm so sleepy, will you be around? Huh. Some of these types, it's just weirdly uneven. You know what I mean? There's no. Some of these just stand out as totally AI generated. Anyway, some of the tunes are actually pretty cool. And where was the one? Go to. I reckon he can probably make 2 or 3 AI albums a day. Yep. It's got to be another. That's what I'm thinking. Another language translated to English. Yeah. Crazy that they hit us with all the copyright laws, but then they steal all our music to train their AI. I know, dude. Problem is, who's they? Do you know what I mean? It's like technology. When somebody starts doing it, the incentive to join in, it's either that or become irrelevant, die. I'm not sure how that applies to music really, but there's no doubt that many of the record companies are probably starting to realize that they should start seriously considering what the future of music looks like with all of that. I can only imagine all the dead artists coming back as AI in next few years. Yep. I wonder if this sort of stuff discourages young people from learning music. That's the question I'm constantly asking myself, dude. It's either going to be that nobody's going to want to play any instruments anymore because you can immediately generate whatever you want to hear with a prompt in your head or by speaking to some sort of AI assistant. Oh, just play me something chill and nice. The same way we see in the movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, great film, by the way. A little cheesy on the side, but the orchestra became the big band, became the rock band, became the pop star, became the rapper, became the DJ, became AI. True, dude, very true. Now, what's the next thing? Because we're still human, and we still like to see excellence or proficiency, competence. I think we still like to see that, to witness that in other people. We like to consume the product of the hard work of other people. Maybe not everybody realizes it, but I think AI fatigue is it's going to become so prevalent all the time that people are going to that's my hope, right? Okay, this is my kind of like blue sky, trying to see the bright side of it, is that people are going to get maybe unconsciously so tired of hearing stuff that could be AI, or they don't know anymore, or it all has the same sort of sweet, artificial lack of taste to it, that whenever they'll hear some guy playing guitar in the street, they'll be like, yeah, and they'll just give him a fiver, maybe. And hopefully that starts translating into other things. There might finally be a real live music renaissance, or it just dies. I'd rather fight, not fight, but I'd rather put my little brick into the building, into building live music, rebuilding live music. Because AI doesn't do anything. It gives you a bit of atmosphere when you're at home, remote working on somebody else's business, whatever. Gives you a nice little background stuff if you're not bothered. But the real deal, dude, music is supposed to bring people together. People used to have a piano somewhere in the village or somewhere in the house, and people would just come and drink tea or drink booze, smoke a cigar, and somebody would be playing music in the corner. Like you say, it's maybe we're due for that. I'm hoping. It's not the most articulate take, but think I'm more famous for my bass playing than my takes on things. Not really a take, just a humble opinion. I really hope that this is what it leads to. No, AI gonna beat that raw sound of strings making noise from amp. Possibly, or possibly not. But I do think that people will... the attitude that most people have towards AI, right? I find people my age and older, right? So people in their 30s, is they already can't stand it. So I don't imagine younger people feeling really that different about it, even though a lot of them would have grown up in a world that it will be the next generation, i.e. the people who are born in 2023, will not know a world without AI. So who knows, dude? I hope we're able to communicate through our actions that human product is still incomparable. I saw an Anthony Jackson clip recently where he's like, I refuse to be outplayed by a machine. Yeah, I saw that too. Zahar says, can't tell the same thing for Russia. We have a lot of bands and live music artists. There is a bar in St. Petersburg called The Hat, where you can listen to live jam sessions every day for free. Every day. Every day. Dude. Not bad. How do you say? Is it literally called The Hat, or is it The Hat in Russian? Just a silly question, but that's pretty crazy, dude. Okay, we're gonna come to St. Petersburg. All of us, all of the Field Plays Bass Discord server, the Field Plays Bass people, we're all gonna go to St. Petersburg and take over The Hat. It's just called The Hat in English. Wait, is it called The Hat in English? Oh, I kind of fancy learning this little tune, actually. You know, copyright free. And another thing as well, for people like me who wanted this channel to be about, oh guys, I love this tune, and this is why the bass line is so understated and cool, and me sort of playing along to tunes that I love and trying to explain what's going on there. Well, I can't really do that. And that's I think the most frustrating thing is I have to sort of rely on copyright free content or come up with my own. But as a bass player, it's, you know, I could program tunes live, but it would take ages. I don't know. I'm not sure what kind of format this will look like next year when my piano skills are actually better. Maybe I'll actually start creating music live. That'd be really cool. Ooh, Michael went there. That's the big question. Ah. Yeah, I can't. Some good little rhythmical ideas, but I can't seriously be falling into the AI stuff. Although it is at times catchy. All right, guys. Oh my god, nearly 2 hours, dude. I'm glad I started early. It gave us loads of time. Not so much of a hardcore practice today, more of a chilled one. But I enjoyed myself very much, guys. I'd like to thank you all for being, as always, so participative. And check out Mijado Bass. Just when I'm leaving. Okay, I'll check out Mijado Bass. Mijado Fingy Bass? What is this? What on earth? Okay, just one more gear. Just one more gear. Just one more gear. It's true, it doesn't beat the fish bass, but this is easily more travel friendly. So that's, hang on. So that's an, I'm guessing that the tuning would be A, G, A, D, C, F. Everyone needs a short scale hanging in the bathroom. That's a fantastic idea. Yeah, not sure your significant other would be like anyone's significant other would be pretty happy. Just knocking on the door and hearing this, just a sound of. Kind of a weird thing. Good idea though. One, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then open fret. Okay, so F. The tuning of this is A, E. I mean, that's still quite out of range, but you do miss 90% of the tunes, though. It's like, what is it, like 90 or 80% of all the songs are essentially like within this kind of range. So it's like daily dose of fiber. Daily dose of. Daily dose of. Daily dose of brown notes. That's all I have. That's all I have. Dude, that is a pretty cool instrument, though. Wait, what do you mean? What's the price tag on this thing? Shadow thingy big. Right. $1,200. Why is it in Zloty? Oh, it's okay. Polish. How do I put it in like regular people currency? Just kidding. I'm joking. Polish friends. 3,000. Who knows? Who knows what the Zloty currency is? 5,000. Well, I still don't know what that means. So that could literally be anything. Okay, 5,000. Okay, yeah. So it's definitely a high-end instrument. The currency in Poland is zloty. Zloty? Zloty? Written zloty, but I think it's pronounced zloty. Zloty. Or zloty? Zloty.
Zloty,
No, that's the American. What?
zloty, zloty,
Zloty? Well, I was pronouncing it completely wrong. Okay. Never mind.
zloty,
I was like, that's the American pronunciation. Zloty.
zloty,
Nope.
zloty.
And I was wrong. Yep. All right, guys. That's me done for today. Should be able to do a short stream on Friday, maybe one tomorrow as well. If there's a model, there's got to be a model that's kind of appealing to me, but I mean, this one's kind of elegant. Fretless as well, that's pretty cool. Zahar, this one's for you. Very discreet fret markers. Ooh, are these actually frets? Actually frets, actually. Dude, that is such an odd... No, I don't think frets. Do look like bevel. Like you can sort of see the bevel on it. That'd be so weird to have just one fret. Anyway. Fretless. Never mind. Friends, thank you very much for joining me today. I will love you and leave you, as I'm starting to get pretty hungry, and you know me. Phil walks on his stomach. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Akil. Thank you, Zahar. Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Big Sun. We didn't see our friend Andre today, but I'm sure he'll be around, or Jeffrey. But they'll be back. They're always back. Friends, thank you very much for joining me today. This was Phil Plays Bass, and I will see you, if not tomorrow, at some absolutely random time for a Guerrilla stream. Then you will see me on Friday for a maybe slightly shorter stream. We don't know. Okay, random outro. Should we give it a shot? Shall we try it? See you all. And now I have to wait for the intro. This could be good, actually. Like I said, guys, thank you very much for joining me today on the stream. This was Phil Plays Bass. Everybody take care. Bye.